When you look at our region, the Arctic, most southern Canadians kind of look at it as a very remote, barren, desolate area. However, what Canadians should know is that this area is full of life, full of people that have lived here for thousands of years, who rely on the abundance of wildlife. And if they take a good look at this area, they will realize how rich we are in our natural habitat and our environment.
That day in Pond Inlet in 2017 was a very special, momentous occasion for Students on Ice. And on that day, we were present, all of us together, when the Canadian government committed to Tallurutiup, Imanga. Not only was it the largest marine conservation area in Canada, but it was also the largest marine conservation area in the Arctic. So for us to be there for the announcement of that intention 2 years ago in 2017, and for us now, 2 years later, to be here in Arctic Bay for the official announcement is pretty special.
The announcements we're making today about protecting this region are not just about today. They are about tomorrow and the next decade.
So it's a very significant day because of the mass and the area and the enormity of the National Marine Conservation Area that is going to be celebrated today, Tallurutiup, Imanga.
At a global level, the importance of this, it's phenomenal because in the context of the UN Biodiversity Convention, we have a global agreement, and that is that 10% of the marine and coastal lands will be put under protection. And with Canada's commitment for this protected area, Canada will way overpass its target, reaching probably about 14%.
It affects 5 communities. Once this process starts rolling, we're going to start seeing some benefits that will directly impact the communities that are affected, especially Inuit.
A lot of questions have been asked by Inuit. You know, how is our water being used and what's happening around our marine mammals? Are they being affected by global warming? Are they being affected by industries?
The protected area is very important because we have heard and seen with our own eyes how climate change is affecting our marine animals and those marine animals that we rely on for sustenance.
I don't know if you walked into the store. I'm pretty sure you saw some outrageous prices. So with our group being able to harvest seals, that really helps out the local population in getting healthy food. Everything that was eaten tonight was caught around these areas. There was walrus, narwhal, seal, Arctic char. It comes from the people. Each community, when they do the visits, they voice their concerns, and QI is able to collect all the information and request what is asked by the people. So it gives them the power to negotiate for what the people want.
The Indigenous-led conservation initiatives are very important because historically they've never really been done before. If you look at the history of the government, for example, they have basically identified an area that they wanted to protect, and then they just proceeded with that without really consultation with the people that are going to be impacted.
The federal government, when they say we're going to do seismic testing here or there, you really have no one to turn to, and it's really hard to figure out who to approach. But with this agreement, it gives me a bit more sigh of relief that these kinds of activities will not happen, so my grandchildren won't have to fight that kind of a fight.
What QIA has done is that they've actually said, no, this is going to be Inuit-led process where we are going to be at the forefront, involved right from the beginning to the end, and we're going to ensure that any agreement that comes out of this is going to directly benefit the people of the region, and that is so significant in such a short amount of time, how much has been accomplished, and it's a great day for all. Canadians should be very proud that this is part of their country.
I'm proud of it. I think a lot of people are proud of this. This is probably the first, it's going to be our model.
It's a bit of an emotional day for me because I'm a product of when the federal government had a huge imposition on Inuit. And I watched my parents having to let go of parenting as their children and having to send us to residential school, away from them, away from the community, and that bond was severed. And to me, we are reclaiming who we are, reclaiming how we control research, how we control our communities, how we control our environment. And this day is so significant because I want the younger generation to have a better ownership than my parents and I did.